Hey guys, welcome to the Pot Seat, and my name is AJ. I'm sort of tired. I'm sorry.
Hello guys, this is Lex and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing okay and wonderful. And we have something that we want to share with y'all. Uh, AJ, what do you think about January 6th and everybody, all these people going to prison? So far, there's a good number of people going to jail for either going in or participating in somehow or whatever they did. uh, some of these people are going to prison for a very long time. What
Well, I've read about this Proud Boy that's getting a 22 year sentence. I
and
think,
we're talking about the member, the main leader back then. His name is Enrique Tarrios.
yeah. So what I think about the January 6th uh Capitol riots, I think it should have happened peacefully. You have the right to protest. I think there was a lot of things happening though that caused chaos. I do believe that the FBI was involved in making it worse than it is. We have videos of FBI agents on the in the protest. I think we've talked about this before too, where the BLM riots I think were far more worse. More people died, more property damage was done. This was just done in the capital where the problem was. There's people that say, when George Floyd died, why didn't they go outside that police station and start writing? Why were they going to a Walmart or a Target or something and breaking everything and, looting and stuff? And they were doing it in almost every city. So why not go directly to the problem? These people had a problem with the voting, and they went directly to the source, the U.S. Capitol. Now, do I think the election was rigged? I don't know. I There is a doubt in me that my mind does, 20% of my mind does go, did Joe Biden actually get more votes than President Obama? And 80% of my mind goes, okay, it could happen because people hated Trump so much, and they were so against Trump that people came out to vote in masses just so Donald Trump doesn't win. And I think the political system that the Democrats use with the young people, and hey, this is important, important election. Make sure we don't have 4 more years of this clown. Da 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 da. And every day, it was something. It was like a clown show, circus show with Donald Trump there. You did not know what to expect. It was entertaining, and yet it was frightening too at the same time. Uh, with Joe Biden, things are very suppressed. We don't see that we have a leader in the United States, and everything comes from some kind of officials. Somebody's talking for, and then when he's talking, you can't really make sense of what he's actually trying to say. So with that being said, uh, trying to put it back into what we are actually talking about, like you said, the Proud Boys leader is sentenced to 22 years in jail. He supposedly would admitted that it was his fault. uh he wished he knew that he didn't believe that the election was rigged. Like, he's saying this, and I think he's begging for mercy so that the judge doesn't take his youth away from him. But she said, well, the damage has been done, and they wanted to give him 33 years in jail, but they
Yeah.
gave him 22 years. So I don't know, Lex. What do
Well,
you think that what do you think about this?
well, first of all, I think going to to a building, a federal building, not just any building, but a place that is a symbol of this nation, and you go and you do something like that, I think 22 years, I don't know if it's too much, but it just, I think they're trying to send us a signal. They're trying to let people know if you or anybody else wants to do this again, you will go to prison. And that's the only way you can stop, because they classify these guys as a terrorist, domestic terrorist. So by classifying these people as a domestic terrorist, the law is heavier on these groups. So and this guy, AJ, he was in prison. He's been in prison since February 22 because he got arrested. But and like you said, prosecutors were trying to give him 33 years. 33 years to me, it's just a little, it's a lot. It's 22 years, maybe because he's gonna be out of there maybe half of that. And and if Trump wins, he's gonna be out in 2 years, 3 years. If he wins.
Isn't a
And
pardon?
I think so. If Donald Trump doesn't do that, he's gonna send a
Biggest
really,
backlash, yeah.
really bad message to his people who follow him everywhere he goes. So he's obligated to
Oh yeah, I think
pardon
he said it before
everybody.
too that he's gonna pardon most of these people. So according to court cases, more than 1,200 people have been prosecuted. 600 of them have been sentenced, and like 300 of them or 400 of them have gone to prison for the January 6th Capitol attacks. Uh, yeah,
The question is, AJ, was it worth it? Because I honestly don't think it was worth it. But before I go and say anything of that, Enrique was not even present on January 6th. Because I think a few days before or a day before that, he was arrested. And check this out. Why? I don't know if you remember why he was arrested. He got arrested for setting fire to a Black Lives Matter banner. And he
uh-huh.
was told not to go to that event. But even though he wasn't there, he was at the hotel, in his hotel room, making calls. So he was still basically active, even though he
Because he was
wasn't present.
tweeting or something like that too, right? He was sending
He,
messages.
he, he was. So that's why
That's
I mean,
crazy.
he's not. See, the problem is with this guy is you can't say, man, I feel bad for them, because these guys are smart. These guys are not young kids that don't know what they're doing. These guys are smart. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they needed to do. And going back to the question, was it really worth it? Because up to today, Trump or anybody hasn't brought any proof of the election being stolen. There hasn't been one, and that's my only problem with Trump. If Donald
I know
Trump,
this kind of goes off topic. I know this goes off topic, but what you're saying is that they had no proof of the elections being overturned, so they went and planned the attack, right? So now they're getting punished, correct?
right, right,
Okay. Now, I know this goes off topic, but let's say in in a moralistic court. I'm not talking about the US courts because obviously the US courts has a lot of, governmental power. You have to be deeply connected and all that. But if there was a moralistic court where moralistic officers and everything, shouldn't they arrest President Bush, Dick Cheney, all them people in the 2000 whatever for going into war in Iraq where they claim to say that they had weapons of mass destruction and no evidence whatsoever show that they have ever had weapons of mass destruction. And then there was a president in South Africa that even like lately said that you're naming Putin a war criminal and you're charging him on war crimes on internet on what again with whose authority? Your international authority. Where was this authority when they went into Iraq to basically say that they had weapons of mass destruction? More than 1 million people died. 1 million Iraqis died. Where's the justice there? So when these people say that these capital people were domestic terrorists in Iraq, I'm pretty sure there's a kid that said, I lost my dad, I lost my mother, I lost my brother. You guys were foreign terrorists and stuff like that. Where's our justice? So when our political system is focusing so much on these January 6th Capitol rioters, which wasn't even that big of a riot, I say you put punishment to them, obviously, to an extent, but there wasn't any, like, people can tweet about this and have a following, obviously, but you're saying that they're inciting violence towards congressional members. I don't think that's what they were doing. So uh
Well, well,
if
I'm
we're
I'm sorry to stop.
comparing apples to oranges and stuff like that, I know I went off topic, but don't you think that the
They
American
were
political
threatening.
system is showing hypocrisy right now?
It is. I mean, it always been like that. But the thing is, they did went inside with a purpose. I don't know if you saw the videos, but they would say, "Hank, my Pence, and Nancy Pelosi." That to me sounds like a threat.
I mean,
I
I think
mean,
they were just
think of
to me it sounds like they don't like Nancy Pelosi, but
what about my
there was
Pence? But
videos where, like, people are walking around, the officers inside, the Capitol officers inside were just like showing them around too, and I feel like they were having a field day,
what
which
about this?
is wrong. I think they should be arrested. I think they should be punished and charged, but I don't think they should go to jail for like tens of years. I don't think
Well,
that is right.
but it had something has to be. They had to send an example, and
Yeah,
they are going to be that. The reason is you cannot let this go because next
you're
time it's going to
showing
be even
weakness.
bigger. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to be
you're
even
showing
bigger.
weakness and stuff. So I mean,
In
if they want to make a
how
puppet out of somebody, that's
do
fine.
okay, let me ask you this. Let's say you go to you were there. Why in the world you want to bring zip ties? What's the purpose of that? Why do you want to
They
dress
brought
like you?
pitchforks. They brought They brought like a lot of weapons. Yeah, they
But
did.
why would if
But
you wanna if you the everything is symbolic. If you wanna have a peaceful uh go there and be peaceful, you just don't bring any of that.
but
What you do
we
is you
had.
bring
I'm
yourself.
not justifying the Proud Boys. I think they should be punished. I think they should serve time. I think they should be fined. But if you want to set an example, I think you should set an example for the people that did like the worst crimes in that area. Comparing it to the BLM riots, nobody really got punished. Nobody got seriously threatened.
And
These
I'm not
people were
saying that
saying,
it's right,
Democratic cities were saying they're hurting right now. But if they're hurting, why are they destroying other people's properties and stuff like
and
that? You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's going back to what I was saying. If you want to make an impression, if you want to make a difference, you don't go to other people's business, small businesses, or big companies. You just don't do that. Look what's happening in San Francisco. Businesses are closing. Sam's
Mhm.
are, I'm sorry, Walmarts are closing, and those Walmarts that are closing, that's the only store in the whole town. So now these people have to drive miles to go and buy grocery.
Yeah.
They're not, and that's
Yeah.
the thing is that people don't think about that kind of stuff. And you have to be smart. If you want to make a difference, you have to be smart. You don't fight fire with fire. It doesn't work. Not if you want to change the social system. It will never work. But you know, Mm, I hope it will never be another one. If there is, people's gonna have to think it twice.
Well,
And the
honestly,
main question is it
you
worth
know how
me
this
going to
election
prison?
is. You know how this election is and how this election process is going. We don't like people can make conspiracy theories all the time, saying the ballots were filled. They had some hours where voting was shut down. They couldn't stop counting, but all of a sudden there was all these harvest votes coming out of nowhere. There's all these conspiracy theories out there. What happened happened. Trump was not the president. He should have accepted it and he should have peacefully, uh literally he should have just succeeded or receded from the competition peacefully because that would have not let the January 6th Capitol happen. He should have let Biden become president, and all this bullshit that he's been having right now would have been Biden's own demise. Secondly, a lot of people have been saying, especially Fox News and especially like other places, every time there's an indictment or something that comes out about the Biden families, the next day there's a new Trump indictment, and it's all over the news, plastered. So if he would have just receded from the presidency, I know he didn't want to give up. He was very furious. But like you say about Trump all the time, Trump sometimes gets very emotional, and that's what you don't like about him. Trump got emotional, he messed up. But if he didn't get emotional, if he would have just receded, let Biden become president, all this inflation BS, all this Afghanistan withdrawal stuff, Russia, Ukraine, the Biden laptop, the Hawaii stuff, all these things would have basically showed Biden's true colors of him that he cannot lead. But now Trump has to go through all these indictments, all these court cases, and he's like basically, going. I mean, to me, if Trump didn't do that, he probably would have been in a way better position. But even though he did that and he's going through all these indictments, IMBS, he's getting more popular than he was before too. So
Well,
it's like
yes,
I don't know,
but
man. This guy, I don't know.
but
There's something called fate, and there's something called destiny. You can't like deny it. What's yours is gonna be yours.
what
So
here's something though. Being popular doesn't mean that you're a winner. So we will see that when it's time to vote
man,
because
yeah,
he is
it's
popular, but he does he have a
yeah.
good
They're stopping
is it a
him
good
as
popular
much as they can.
movement?
They're stopping
Because
him as much as they can.
all I'm saying is there's a good popular and there's a bad popular. I mean,
So, do
which
you
one
think
is
Trump
he?
is good popular or bad popular?
I think it's a bad popular. I don't think him being popular is it doesn't mean that it's a good thing. It means that he sells. He's an entertainer.
He's up on the polls by like 59%, 60%.
Out of yeah, out of everybody that's against like other Republican uh candidates, yeah, he's gonna be the top gun. Yes, I get it. And if he's against everybody else, yeah,
Do
he's
you
gonna be
think
on the top.
if Trump wins the primaries, the
He will.
Republican primaries,
He will.
do you think Biden stands a chance?
I think he does. And the only reason why he stands a chance is because people hate Trump a lot. People don't like Trump. I think there's more people that don't like Trump than people that do that like Trump. And the marketing is against Donald Trump. The
If
whole marketing system
if Trump and Biden do a primary like they have those presidential debates, and if it's in a crowd where it's 50-50, okay,
oh,
fifty
it's
fifty.
it's going to be a problem. It has to be the gap has to be big enough that there's no doubts.
So
If
okay, well,
there's
let's just say the stage is set. Trump, Biden, 50-50 on the people that are in the audience. I think Trump would demolish Biden. His people would be more like, excited. And I think in the audience, Biden would lose some of his audience members to Trump because then he'll make, better points and stuff like that. Because I don't think Biden has it in him. But I could be wrong because somehow, some way, the presidential what was it, the State of the Union, remember that? I don't know how, but Biden, like, he took a couple of shots of something and he like took that cocaine or something and he came out like a beast. So
Swinging.
you know Biden is gonna have to do something crazy and then take another snort of cocaine or something, like, make sure he has some in the White House hidden, and he's gonna have to pull
Well,
magic out of himself to, like, go against Trump, because I do
yeah,
not
but
see a
that's
way where
but
Biden has the energy to even go against this guy when he can't even answer simple questions about Maui and stuff.
yeah, but let's go back up to the what we were talking about
So Proud Boys,
because
I do
the
not
the
think
thing
22 years was justified. I think
the
if
thing here
anything,
is
5 years.
the thing here
Five
is
years.
within you and I is when we talk about Trump and Biden, we get excited and we keep talking about it. But uh,
But I think it's funny.
the question is to you guys. Let us know if he's worth 22 years in prison for Donald Trump. I would like to know what you
22
guys
years for
think.
Donald Trump or Terrorio's the Proud Boy leader.
Well, Enrique, the
Donald Trump is
pro
facing like 300
no no
something
no no no
years
no
right
no
now.
no no no. This is the question is because this guy from Proud Boy, the leader of Proud Boys, is going to prison for 22 years. Basically, to me, he's going to prison for Donald Trump,
Yeah.
trying to defend Donald Trump. That's the question. Do you guys think it's worth going to prison for 22 years,
Hell no.
going to the Capitol,
Hell
do that riot,
no.
and Donald Trump is not even giving you a call and say, "Hey, man, here's twenty
I
dollars
think if anything, I
so you
think
can buy
Donald
some
Trump will
food."
pardon him. I think he'll pardon him.
I see that happening, and if Trump wins, it will happen.
Yeah.
But he's gonna probably be in prison for 4 years because I think they can only pardon. Is it right at the end? I
I'm really
think
not sure. I'm
yeah,
not
I
sure,
think it's
but
gonna be right at the end. But anyways,
still not
if you're
worth it. Still not
yeah,
worth it.
if your people know if the president can pardon somebody at the beginning, middle, or the end, let us know. But thank you for your time. Please
If you like
subscribe.
this debate, like, share, and subscribe.
Let us know what you think. Thank you for your time.